filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked the mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself, I filled it in.
All right, welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm excited about today's episode. We're going to talk about some NBA basketball. And on the back end, we got to talk about that blowout game from last night, David. And we got two fans coming on. Tampa Bay fan, Cowboy fan. So I'm doing awesome. How you doing, David?
I'm doing great, man. Feeling good, looking good. So let's get it. You shot too, as always. So shout out to you. How you doing today, bro?
I'm awesome, man. I'm awesome. I'm ready to get this show on the road. But before we get started, make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this video with somebody that y'all know personally so they can come on and watch live with us. Use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all be putting down throughout the show. All right. And then Dave, this is how I'm doing about those IG chats that we have.
So these IG chats, man, I'm literally in the chats right now, trying to let everybody know that we're live so we can get people to come on and watch. But the chats, we talk about any and everything. So we have an NBA chat that talks about everything that related to NBA. You get all trade alerts, free agency alerts, injuries, hirings, firings, whatever it is, we get those alerts. And that's for NBA, NFL, college football, college basketball, baseball, and now boxing, which is the newest one that we added.
Mm-hmm.
We will have a baseball show coming up soon. So one of the guests that you see coming on today will also be on the baseball show. If you're interested in being in any of those chats, please put your IG name in the comment section. Also, the most exclusive chat we have is the Refuse to Lose Sports chat. If you want to get on that chat, you have to come on the show. So if you want to get on the chat, let us know you want to come on the show. We'll fill you in and let you know the topics. Well, you let us know what you want to talk about, and we can make it a topic. And then once we do that, you come on the show and you get access to be in the chat. And that's pretty much it.
All right, man. All right, so let's start the show, man. Enjoy the rest of the show. So the first thing we're going to talk about, Golden State Warriors against those Washington Wizards, man. Steph Curry went crazy. He had 41 points against the Wizards last night. Went crazy on them. And Tomo, hey, look, we're going to call him Cabo Tomo. Tomo is not on, as you can see. He's in Cabo right now for the week. All right. But I know, he was happy Sunday. And then for one reason and for another reason, he was like, you know what? I'm not going to let that bother me. All right. And this was this game. So, Dave, let's talk about your reaction to Steph Curry's back. He's been back for a couple of games now. And, yeah, they get a W when needed. They lost 4 of the last 5 games. They got a W on the road. So, how important this was for the Warriors?
I think it was very important. I don't think it matters who they played. Even though the Wizards haven't been playing well, but the Wizards are tough because they're going to play hard, no matter what. And Kuzma there's been games Kuzma has put up 40, so that lets you know that they're a tough team. Even though Bradley Beal has been in and out of the lineup, he seems like he's the more injury-prone player on the team. But as far as the Warriors, this means a lot for them because they've been terrible on the road all season. I think they have a much better home record than they do on the road. I think they've only won maybe 5 games on the road this year.
They've been terrible,
and that's not good for a defending champion. So it's definitely much needed, no matter who the team is. It's professional sports, it's the NBA, so you got to be able to go in and win a game. So it's important, and for him to come back and put up 40 in that game, and then Jordan Poole, of course, accompany him with with a nice little 32 buckaroos in that game. So I mean, it was good. Draymond has 17 and 10, so he's kind of sort of looking like the old Draymond, but this is just one game, so um, it was very important for them. And Klay Thompson didn't even play, so that I think it was important, and it was a good win on the road. And I actually saw some fans coming in and get pictures printed out so they can get some autographs from Steph Curry, who stayed at the Four Seasons not too far from downtown.
Yeah, it's crazy because when you sorry Wizards, listen, I've been there as a Kings fan, all right, but the Wizards is more like, okay, superstar in town, we're gonna go to see them. We're not going to really see the Wizards. We're gonna go and see this team play. All right, see, I just came to see Steph Curry, but here's a stat for you, David, for the Warriors. That's why I'm not worried about the Warriors, even though they kind of struggled that game and they needed it. All 41 of Curry points probably and 32 of Poole points. But here's a stat right here, David. Do you know the Warriors star lineup, right? The Warriors star lineup has the highest plus minus in NBA.
Wow.
They got the highest plus minus in the NBA. Guess who's number 3?
The Kings, of course.
I'm going to throw it on right now. Okay. But anyway.
don't like the beam right now.
Okay, we're going to throw me there. But the Warriors, they star lineup is number 1 in plus minus. And they haven't been healthy. We all know that Klay hasn't been Klay all year. Andrew Wiggins been out the lineup. Steph Curry's been out the lineup. And then so they haven't really been healthy, but yet they're the best plus minus star lineup in the NBA. All right. But the Warriors' motto has always been strength in numbers. And it's because they always had a bench that could support the starters when the starters are not, because they're a shoot first team. So whenever the starters are not clicking, the bench come in, bring that energy. And as of lately, they don't have that. All right. Outside of Jordan Poole for real on a consistent basis. So, but I'm not worried about them. I think, like I said, I thought it was a good win for them. 41 points by Steph Curry. Steph Curry's basically show everybody I'm still here, averaging 29 points a game. All right. Even though they played pretty okay without Steph Curry when he was gone. But I'm glad he's back. We'll see what they got. Right now, they have 500 team, 22 and 22. All right. So we'll see what happens going forward.
Yeah. The problem with the Warriors is their bench. Their bench hasn't been pretty good. This has been good. I think they have one of the worst benches plus minuses in the league right now. So that's the issue. It's not the starting lineup. The starting lineup has always been good. It's just the bench has been terrible.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So let's go to our next topic. Next topic, we got the Celtics. Man, they played the Hornets yesterday. So these are MLK games, as you can tell. Yesterday was MLK Day. And the Celtics beat the Hornets. Tatum dropped 51. So about Curry having 41, Tatum had 51. All right. So let's talk about that. Now,
bad weather license.
LaMelo Ball. Yeah. Now, with this game, right, with the Celtics, I want to focus in on Tatum myself, right? David, I always tell you, I live in Rhode Island. I'm in the Boston area almost every day. So I see people all the time. I was talking to a young lady today about Celtics. She loves Celtics. I was like, okay. Tatum, is no reason why Tatum shouldn't be mentioned with Giannis as the best player in the NBA. He's holding himself back. I'm not talking about we should be talking about him. I'm saying like we should if he do his part. That's all I'm saying. And it's because he's not consistent. We also happened last year in the playoffs, all that stuff. This is the first time in his career when he's been playing like one of the best players in the NBA early and throughout the whole season. He's been doing that this year. Because think about it, man. Tatum is probably, David, think about it. At one point, Kawhi Leonard was the best two-way player in the NBA, right? Right now, it's probably Tatum. He's probably the best two-way player in the NBA. People might say Giannis, but Giannis is more of a post defender. He's not I'm gonna guard this guy. I'm gonna take him out of the game. That's not Giannis. All right, Giannis ain't gonna do that.
I think Bam is a better perimeter defender than Giannis, but that's just me.
Okay, but Bam don't have the offensive. He's not dominant as Giannis. We talking about best both ways. All right, so I get you on that. All right, but Tatum, listen, Tatum led the league in defensive win shares last year. Tatum he has a 6'9". His frame is wingspan is huge. If you look at his body, right, it's kind of similar to Giannis. Broad shoulders, he's like Giannis. He ain't strong as Giannis, but he got much stronger. Offensively, Tatum can do everything. All right. The Blaze said we're do everything. I promise you they're gonna be better than the Lakers. All right, we better than the Lakers. But anyways, all right. So yeah. So basically, I think that he has offensively, he has the arsenal. All right. He can do everything. He can score in the post, David. He can score off the dribble, going to the basket. He can score off the dribble, pull up jump shot. He can catch and shoot. All right. He can do every single thing offensively. He's a good passer. He's a great rebounder, right? For a small point guard. But he has to be consistent. So he has to continue to do what he's doing right now throughout the playoffs. Because we saw in the playoffs, he took games off, especially in the NBA Finals. He led the NBA Finals in turnovers, right? So I think if Tatum legit should be mentioned with Luka and Giannis and them, but he's holding himself back. So that's why I'm glad he's putting up these performances this year because he deserves to be in that conversation with them.
Yeah, I agree. Tatum is one of those players who's been in the league long enough to where you should be talking about him as being a superstar. But the reason we don't say that is because he has too many mishaps. And in the playoffs last year, we saw that he can be a turnover machine, him and Jaylen Brown. I think they together they broke the record for most turnovers in the NBA Finals. And
he broke the single one.
Yeah, and I don't think that's a record that you want to break in the NBA Finals. So, and Tatum he's a Duke Blue Devil, so I have a different kind of support and love for him. However, he is also a Celtic, so I have a certain hate for him. But out of respect, I like his game. I like the way he plays. It's just that there are times where he just needs to be able to. There are times where he needs to be able to do more than turn the ball over. I think that's his biggest issue. His biggest issue is not being able to handle the ball at times and not being as aggressive at all times. I think if he's aggressive all the time, he always says that he follows Kobe because, he was training with Kobe when Kobe was alive. That was his favorite player.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these players kind of say they have that mama mentality. But I'm sorry, none of them have it because they weren't willing to do what Kobe did. I don't hear that about any NBA player right now that's up 3 a.m. training no matter what. Get 2 hours sleep and go back into the gym at 6, 7 in the morning. I don't hear about that by any NBA player right now. So I kind of want to say all NBA players, anyone that says he got mama mentality, just stop. Only he had that. Okay. But you're right. I agree. We should be talking about him as one of those kind of players, but it's up to him. He got to be able to prove that. He got to do it in and out. Right. We can say that. We said it about Giannis, about Jokic. We even say it about Luka right now. We say it about Curry, about John Morant. We said about these certain kind of players because they're able to do it multiple times. And I'm not saying that John Morant's better than Tatum, but I don't think there's any question what kind of player John Morant is. There's questions when that comes to Jason Tatum when there shouldn't be.
Yeah, I'm with that. I agree. Everything too. Like Tatum, man, he's on the tear right now, and hopefully he continues to do that. So we can't mention him with these great players that's playing right now. So he should be up there. He has a skill set for and everything. All right, so let's talk about the Lakers. All right, the Lakers in the Rockets game. All right, and LeBron went crazy, man. LeBron had 48 points, man, against the Rockets. So let's talk about your reaction to that performance.
I mean, all I can say is per usual. It's LeBron. It's LeBron, man. I mean, no one is as conditioned as a player as he is. No matter who I think the GOAT is, because I think the GOAT is Michael Jordan, but I don't think that's not to diminish what kind of player LeBron James is. LeBron James is a great player, no matter what. No matter what anyone says, LeBron James is a great player. One of the greatest of all time, top 2 to me. He's great. He's great. He's great. I mean, there's no denying no denying his talent, no denying his longevity. he's taking very much care of his body. He hasn't had any very serious injuries in his career. He's had a few injuries here and there, but nothing like serious to where he was out the entire season. So, and nothing that could hinder his career because he's able to play right now because he spends over $1 million on his body. He trains all the time. It's amazing to see someone at this stage in their career to still be able to do it. The one thing I do like to mention though is like he did come out of high school, and he's been able to live up to the expectations and exceed them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing. One thing I got to say about LeBron. I appreciate the 2 championships he brought to Miami, and I just appreciate his play.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times we joke and kid about LeBron, but we all know how great LeBron is. LeBron's a great player. That's no denying that. And that was just another sighting. I'm not surprised. He's going to break the record this year. We know that's going to happen. But I think it might be sooner than people think just because of the way he's been playing lately.
Yeah, man. LeBron, listen, like you said something key, David. Just because.
One second. Blaze, you like the title I put up for your boy LeBron?
Well, he's not a LeBron fan, you're a Westbrook fan, so.
Oh, my bad. Well, that's what Bibby did, I know Bibby's a LeBron.
He claimed LeBron because he's with LA, I guess, but he's a Westbrook fan. But anyway, LeBron, just because I say that LeBron is not better than Jordan, like David said, don't mean we're diminishing LeBron's legacy. LeBron, I believe, is a clear number 2. And I think if you don't have LeBron number 2, you're just being biased to the older guys, or you just don't like LeBron. It's one or the other, because LeBron definitely should be number 2. All right. So I'm a Lakers fan, Joe. Okay. So look, David, 48 points, 5 from 10 from 3, no turnovers, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, I think. The great thing with Bron, only 2 players score more than 45 points at this age LeBron is doing. The other person was Michael Jordan. All right. But LeBron, like you said, the most conditioned athlete. He takes care of his body. LeBron has a bigger package. One thing about LeBron, he always been that streaky to kind of guy. If his jump shot is on, he's almost kind of like unstoppable. He's unstoppable when his jump shot is on, because he already has a freight train as a body. He always get to the basket at will anytime he wants. And at the same time, when his jumper is on, it's a wrap. He's 5. He shot 50% from 3 yesterday. Normally LeBron shooting like 20-some% from 3 or something like that. He shot 50% from 3 yesterday. So that was really good, man. That was really good. I'm excited about seeing him, see him play at this age. It's ridiculous. And let's get it. All right. So let's go to our next topic. Let's talk about, well, before we get to that, David, I'm going to go to that last team. All right. So here we go. The Kings sitting at 4th place, all right? The Lakers sitting at 13th place. So, Dave, I'm going to ask you first. Then I'm going to follow up, all right? What's more likely to happen? The Kings finishing at 4th place, or the Lakers finishing at 13th place?
I had to really think about this one because it was
no hard feelings, man. Anything you pick, no hard feelings.
This wasn't easy to pick. But I think it's more likely. I'm gonna. This is positive for both teams. So I think it's more. This is.
You don't have to be nice to me, man. It's cool.
Listen. So I think it's more likely that y'all will stay in 4th than the Lakers staying at 13th. The reason why I say that is because y'all have played well this year. Y'all getting a lot of attention now because of how well you're playing. You have like you said, number 3 in the league in plus minus right now. Offense has played great. Defense is starting to improve from where they were in the beginning of the season because of Mike Brown. De'Aaron Fox has played well. Sabonis should be an all-star. I'm not even gonna lie about that. I still think it's crazy that some of these players have been named all-stars ahead of players that actually been playing well this year. You can tell that it's mostly just a fan vote for real. So that doesn't make sense. but also because I don't think the Lakers are going to finish 13th. I think they're going to finish higher than 13th. I don't think they're going to finish that low. Lakers are good enough right now to at least get to 9-8, you know, and that's without AD right now. From what I know, AD is going to come back this season. It's not as if he's out all year. So when and if AD is able to come back, he's going to be able to help them get to a higher seed. Now, unless he gets hurt and is out for the rest of the season, then I don't see them getting past 13, 12, or 11. But, from what I've seen from how they've been playing lately, they play well enough to be able to at least get to the 9 AC and be in the play-in tournament.
All right. So look. All right. This is what I think. I think that we're 4th, right? The Lakers 13. I think that I'm gonna say this. It's more likely that we finish top 4 versus Lakers finishing bottom 13. Let me say that. All right. And I think that we could finish 3rd. For real. It's because David, here we go. Number 1, we are a new team. All right. Coming into the season, new coaching staff. So did the Lakers, but we got 7 new players. Lakers probably got some new players too, right? But our core is new. Like Sabonis came halfway through the year last year. Kevin Herter came this year. All right. So we got 7 new players, new coaching staff, and we're younger. So I think that as the season goes, we're going to get better. All right. We're younger, we're healthier. Think about this. Sabonis is 26, Fox is 25, Herter is 24, Keegan is 22, Malik is 24. Our oldest player is Harrison Barnes, which is 30. And the Lakers' whole core is over 30. The reason I brought up age because of health. All right. We are healthy. We only had, as far as players, a total of 9 games being missed. That's it all year. 19 games, I think. 19 games all year. That's it. Because we're doable. All right. We're doable. So we played through injury. Right now it says Sabonis has a broken finger. So we playing through injury. All right. Also, the reason why we're doing that is because we're going all in on making the playoffs this year. All right. And you look at it, we are in the regular season, you got to be a good offensive team. Right now, we're the leaders in points per game. We have 120 points per game. Number 2 is the Celtics, but 118. So we got like a little margin between us and the Celtics. So we know how to score points, and we close games. Do I have to remind you, David, we got the clutchest player right now in the NBA, De'Aaron Fox? De'Aaron Fox has the most clutch buckets in crunch time with 40. It's more than everybody. While shooting 61.5%, which is by far the best in the NBA. All right. So my man finished his games. You gotta watch that clip on ESPN today. Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox on there. They did a good job.
I saw. They lit the beam. I saw it.
Yeah, now Malika Andrews, who laughed when my man came on there and said we're gonna make the playoffs. She laughed, and now she all in their face now. We don't want that, Malika. All right, we don't want all that. So
you know why she doing that?
Yeah, I mean, that's another story. So right now we're 3 games above the Mavs in the loss column. 3 games, David. That's a margin when you are a good team. 3 games above the Mavs. The Mavs we're looking real view in the Mavericks, and we're tied with the Pelicans in loss column right now for 3rd place. All right. So if the Pelicans lose today and we beat LA tomorrow, we're in 3rd place. So I got us doing nothing but getting better, And plus, LeBron dropped 48 against Houston, and it was a close game. LeBron got to continue this pace, which is sad. LeBron already complaining about getting new players, So I think that we're more likely to finish top 4 versus they finishing bottom 13.
Yeah, that just means we agree. I don't think.
Well, what does Joe B is? It ain't me, y'all. All
That's
right?
my boy.
Joe B don't watch the Kings. I guess he don't watch the Kings. You gotta tune into the Kings game more, my man.
That's all that is. Yeah, that's another Cowboys fan right there. So
yeah. All right. So last NBA topic before we get the NFL popping. All right. Let's talk about your squad, man. Your squad, Miami Heat and the Hawks. So I'm gonna give you the floor, man. Y'all took an L, So
yeah, as expected.
Come on, man. Come on. So talk to me about that. Your reaction to that game.
Well, it didn't look good from the beginning. We were losing the game from the beginning, so we've had players in and out all season. I'm not sure what the lineups be. I don't know what Eric Spoelstra thinks sometimes when he do these lineups. It doesn't make sense to me. But we are a good team without Kyle Lowry. I believe we are 7-2 without Kyle Lowry. So I think the denominator is Kyle Lowry needs to be gone. I think that's what I've been saying almost this entire time. And we have Dwayne Dedmon, who's another piece, so we can add Dwayne Dedmon and Kyle Lowry and trade them somewhere else. I saw something about Dwayne Dedmon, the first round pick, being traded for this forward in Utah. I can't remember his name, but he wasn't. There's not someone that jumps off my screen to me. I know. We need someone that can shoot and defend. Someone that's like like a John Collins or a Miles Turner, someone like that. But anything other than that, it's unacceptable. It's not what we need. We can be a playoff team, but it's not going to look good if we go in with this roster. Especially we have Caleb Martin starting at power forward. He's small. He's my size at 6'8". And I don't even know if he's 6'8". I think he's 6'6". So he's my size, 6'6", playing power forward. Yes, he can jump and he can dunk, but that ain't enough as a power forward. You ain't Draymond Green. You're not strong enough to be able to play that position, and he gonna get cooked every single time. And Bam needs help, and we need a point guard. I think we have a point guard. So if we start Gabe Vincent and and Tyler Hero and have Oladipo and Kyle Lowry come off the bench, it may help out. But we're not gonna do much with this lineup. I just know that much, and I just expected us to lose, and I saw it coming. We've been down all year. The Hawks have been pretty hot, so
you like, how confident y'all getting the top 6 seed?
I'm not confident at all. Top 6 seed? I'm not confident.
So before I came in, I read a stat. All right, Orlando Magic lead the NBA with the most players that miss games, 205 games, right? But that's with Jonathan Isaac not playing yet. Y'all number 2.
Yeah.
All right, with 190. You know what I mean? Y'all have 190 games missed through y'all players. And number 2 behind y'all is Charlotte with 146. So y'all relax. Y'all good, man. I don't think that. Now I do think this. Y'all not a number 1 seed. Y'all not going to challenge Boston right now.
Nah.
Y'all need to make a move. But when it comes to being a top 6 seed, y'all now are healthy. All right? So y'all getting healthy. So I think y'all could make a run. Because right now, what are y'all right now? What, 9th seed right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, 9th seed. So y'all being a 9th seed, y'all can definitely make the playoffs as a top 6 seed. Because y'all healthy now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you good, man.
Hey, I still think we need to make a trade, and Adonis and Haslam need to retire. That's it.
But Haslam is he retired from playing basketball.
Yes,
but he should still be there though.
Yes,
he should still be there. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get it. All right, man. Dave, we're gonna do a sub. Dave about to sub out, and we're gonna sub 2 others in.
Yep.
For the main event. All right, Dave. Talk to you later. Let's get it. All right, y'all. So let's get our other 2 guests on. All right. First, we got. What's up, man? How you doing, Trent? Oh, you on mute?
What's up, Joe? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, look, I'm glad you on, man. A lot of people that ran, but you came on. I appreciate that.
We here, baby. We here.
Hey, got the shirt on? Oh, man, representing. That's what I'm talking. All right, and then we got Cowboy fan.
What's going on, Joe? What's going on, Joe?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm glad you showed up, baby. I'm glad you showed up, man.
Hey, man, we here.
Let's get it. All right, so let's do this, man. Last night, talk to me. The Bucks, they lost. Who want to go first? Like Warren, you get the team one. You want Trent to go first? Or you want?
Yeah, I let Trent go first, man.
All right, let's go, Trent. Talk to me. What? Like, tell me about your reaction to the game.
All right, man. Well, hey, I came on the show earlier last week. I talked a lot about Dak and, his mismanagement of the game, and he didn't do that against Tampa. He kept the ball clean, threw 4 touchdowns, had a passer rating, a very high passer rating. I saw a stat, I believe it was the second highest passer rating in a playoff game. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure I read that. Sad time for a Buccaneers fan, but at the same time, we talked about it. We were leaking oil, and at the end of the day, we're an 8-10 football team. 2 wins against playoff teams, including the Cowboys week 1, and then Seattle, who was 1 game over 500. So while we were hopeful as a Bucs fan with Tom Brady, you knew this was possible. I didn't feel like the Bucs were really out of the game until it went from 12-0 to 18-0. Shout out to Maher for keeping us in the game for at least a little bit. But, reports today, Byron Leftwich may be gone as the offensive coordinator. And I'm kind of just focused on where this team is heading at this point. You got to give the Cowboys their flowers. We talked about Dak. I was very impressed by Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons was a game wrecker. Donovan Smith had no answer for him. And then on offense, we turned the ball over. And last week I talked about we had to win the turnover battle, which we didn't. That play by Brady, the pick by Brady in the end zone was, I don't even know what the play call was. All the receivers ran to the same spot. It was kind of a lob. And unfortunately, it was a turnover in the end zone that was a huge part of the game early. So, I just have so many mixed emotions. I could go on and on and on, talk about coaching changes coming up, talking about how we handle the future, but we can save that for another time. But kudos to the Cowboys, give them their flowers. They played a great game. I think it's a little bit of a disservice that they have to play the 49ers on Sunday night when, they just got done playing till basically Tuesday morning, and the 49ers were done on Saturday night, and the 49ers get to stay in San Francisco. So,
it don't matter, Trent. It don't matter.
Yeah, well, hey, I love the confidence, but I think it does matter at least a little bit. So, kudos to the Cowboys, man. The Bucs. I grew up a Bucs fan, man. These last 3 years have been a luxury. I'm used to this type of heartbreak, and the fact that we were in the playoffs at home this year was a win for me.
Gotcha. It was like a miracle almost, right? When the season went. All right, talk to me down there.
Man, I'm going to start by saying this. Shout out to Kellen Moore. Great game plan yesterday. He called the perfect game, and Dak executed the perfect game yesterday. All around, it was a great team win. I'm going to give Dak all the credit he deserved for that win. But what's not being spoke of was the defensive performance last night. Granted, Tom Brady's old. Granted, like you said, Trent, y'all were leaking oil. It's still Tom Brady. It's any given Sunday, and it was Tom Brady, and that defense stepped up and performed and did exactly what it was supposed to do. It was no shock. I knew we were going to beat Tampa Bay. And that was just based off of what I've seen with the eye test this season. Tampa hasn't put too many complete games together this year. And I had no faith in them coming in the playoffs, putting a complete game together. As far as McCarthy and Kellen Moore, like I said, shout out to Kellen Moore. He called a great game yesterday. I don't think he went wrong. He finally did what I asked him to do. Give Tony Pollard more touches than Ezekiel Elliott. As you can see, that's the game plan. He should be the premier back going forward. As for the 49ers next week, knock, knock, Dave, we coming. We coming, and we coming hard. Trent, I understand you feel like we're being slighted by playing Sunday at 6:30 after just basically finishing the game this morning. I look at that as a positive. I look at it as we can continue to ride hot in the San Fran. Everybody's expecting us to go in San Fran and lay an egg based off of what? Nobody has ever gave me any points to why we would lose to San Fran. It's never been nothing negative. It's just based off of history. Dallas is going to be Dallas. No, give me actual facts to why we should lose to San Fran. And there are not too many. This game isn't, for me, this game with San Fran, it won't be 50, it won't be 100% on my players. This is going to be a test for Dan Quinn. Can you outsmart Shanahan? Basically, can you outsmart Kyle Shanahan? Because at the end of the day, Kyle Shanahan runs the perfect offense for Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
He does what he's supposed to do. He get the players that need the ball. He get them the ball. And Brock Purdy right now he's playing perfect game manager. But what I will say is the due theory. Brock Purdy due for L. And I believe this week is when he show up and show that he's a rookie. He make mistakes. And Dallas coming in, close game. I give it 21-17 Dallas.
All right. So look, I'm not in this fight, but I do want to get my 2 cents in this. I picked the Buccaneers for this reason. And like you said, Warren, it had nothing to do with like stats. It had everything to do with, okay, I got Tom Brady over here, and I got the Cowboys over here. Who do I think I think the Cowboys might not live up to their hype, and Brady gonna overachieve, some crap gonna happen. That was it. But black and white, y'all kind of did what y'all supposed to do. You know, that's how I looked at it. That's why I'm not like, now I'm not gonna kill Dak. I think he had a good game, but I'm not gonna lift him up like everybody's doing. Like, oh my gosh, Dak is the best QB. Now you understand, like the whole media, because y'all did what y'all was supposed to do. Like Trent said, y'all was leaking oil. Now you want to talk about give you a reason why y'all should lose to San Francisco? Well, I can give you that. I want you to give me a reason how y'all gonna beat San Francisco. How about that? But number one, they are the number 2 rush defense in the NFL. Y'all thrive with y'all rushing attack. So y'all rushing attack is doing good. Dak Prescott is less pressure on him. Play action works. He can do his thing. That's not gonna fly as it's like the Buccaneers are polar opposite of what the 49ers are.
I'm not going based off of the game we had against the Bucs last night to why we gonna beat San Fran.
No, I'm talking
our
about
our run game didn't thrive and make the passing game last night. Our passing
game. No. Last night I play the Bucs, who don't get pass rush. The Bucs don't rush the quarterback really good.
They don't.
The 49ers are the best at it, probably. All right. That's the problem right there. And then defensively, they couldn't. Tom Brady was terrible. Sorry, Trent. Like Tom Brady was terrible. People were wide open in the flats, and he was missing people.
But that was the pass rush, Joe. That was the pass rush. The pass rush got there early, and it shook him.
Because it's Tom Brady. Tom Brady is that interception Trent's talking about. He flinched on that. He tried to throw the ball away. He flinched and he underthrew it, and then it was an interception. Like Tom Brady.
Are we going to say it's Tom Brady? Or are we going to say the pass rush in the beginning of the game affected the way Brady played for the rest of the night?
Listen, I'm not trying to discredit y'all. I'm just telling you that with like the game. Probably not you down there, but you did say give you a reason why y'all will lose to San Francisco, right? What flew with the Buccaneers is not going to fly with the 49ers, I'm saying. All right? And then, like you said, Kyle Shanahan is the best play caller in the NFL. But look, we're gonna get to that game. All right? Let's focus on this game right here. So, Trent, I want to ask you this, all right? Why are you still on? Tom Brady. What do you think he's going to do next?
Well, I think it starts with the coaching staff, honestly. Byron Leftwich and Todd Bowles have not been winning over the hearts of Bucs fans. I think Byron Leftwich is gone, and I don't know if Todd Bowles hangs around or not. I really don't know. I think it's unfair to put the whole blame on Todd Bowles because I think Brady's to blame, Bowles is to blame, Leftwich is to blame, Arians is to blame. I mean, people forget before the season started, we didn't have Tom Brady and Bruce Arians was our head coach. So it flipped real quick. So I'm not saying that that's why we were bad, but I'm just saying there's multiple fingers to point. There's multiple moving parts. I think if Brady plays, he'll stay in Tampa, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I truly don't know. I think he stays in Tampa, or he could go to San Fran or Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm. No,
and maybe Miami.
I think San Fran ain't gonna get him.
I think San Fran is out the picture.
I
give it Vegas. Vegas. It's either Vegas or retire.
Because the Shanahans are like they run a show. Like they ain't let Brady come in that thing and change the whole offense, all that stuff. Now, do you think if y'all had Bruce Arians as y'all head coach, y'all would have been better this year?
I do, because I think we missed the attitude. I think
Mhm.
Todd Bowles was a huge part. It's alarming because Bowles was the defensive play caller when we won the Super Bowl, and Leftwich was the offensive player caller when we won the Super Bowl. So Arians leaving kind of just that attitude. I mean, we saw it kind of reminded me of the old Cowboys with Jason Garrett. I mean,
Mm.
you were just begging this guy to fight for your team. I'll never forget the Des Bryant drop game. Like, he just stood there like nothing happened when you should be blowing a gasket. So I think that kind of sets the tone for your team.
That's a good point.
And, you know, that identity was missed heavily. And I think putting the responsibility on Bowles to call the defense and manage the game a little more, and maybe Leftwich not having as much freedom, because I think Arians had a hand in the play calling. But then there's reports that Arians was scribbled out by Brady. So you just never know. I mean, with people having the stories out there, you just never know the full truth. But it's definitely an interesting offseason for the Bucs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point as you made right there. You know, but Jason Garrett, you just put you just open up a bad memory for down there.
Yeah, man. All he used to do is sit on the sideline, smile and clap.
No, yeah. Slapping. That's all he did.
My nickname for Todd Bowles this year was Mr. Folded Arms.
For real. Every time they got the camera on, he just like that the whole time. I didn't even know how he sound until one time I listened to this press conference.
I don't like how conservative Todd Bowles played y'all. He was very conservative this year. Like, I didn't expect y'all to be that conservative.
But he never really blitzed though, right? I'm not mistaken. He's not really.
Well, and you have to remember, I mean, everyone has injuries, but you know, the defense was a core. The defense core was there, but we were without Shaq Barrett, who was our leading pass rusher. Jason Pierre-Paul was not on the team this year. Sue was not on the team. We brought in Hicks, but Hicks was kind of damaged goods. And who else was not on the D line? We had Ghosts in there. We had Nas. Yeah, I think everyone else was there. But
yeah, I think at that point, you got to get creative.
No, for sure. I'm not saying that what we did on defense this year was great, but talking about Joe and talking about how Bowles sounds, there's multiple interviews with players on the defense who rave about Bowles, and I'm starting to wonder if it's because they kind of can get away with everything.
He's a good guy.
So, I mean, you know, like I said, the willing to, I mean, we were so aggressive in that Super Bowl against Mahomes. Granted, the Kansas City Chiefs were without some linemen, but I mean, yeah, 3 linemen. So, but Mahomes ran for 400 yards backwards that game. So, you know, we just, like you said, we just didn't have that aggressiveness. And I think it starts, and that could have been a Bruce Arians identity thing. But we lacked an identity this year, and that's what football team with talent and no identity gets you is 8-10 first round exit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's true. Patrick Mahomes got pressure more than anybody in any game, not Super Bowl, not playoff, in any football game. He got pressure most by anybody. And I want to say it's funny how, you know, last week. Now look, I'm not trying to kill Dak. It's just that people overvalue stuff. You know, last week when they lost the Commanders, I didn't see a lot of Cowboy fans in the chat, you know. But when Dak have a good performance, he the best QB in the league compared to some people. But it's all good.
And that's because they're a little blind to the truth. It's okay.
I want you on here killing your team. All right, this whole.
I ain't killing my team. I'm killing the fans, Link.
Not to mention the one interception. Carlton Davis couldn't only not intercept the ball; he could tip it just enough so Gallup could step out of bounds, come back into the end zone, and regain possession.
Exactly.
So I'm not going to lift up Dak either, but you know, he did put up a good performance. I don't think our defense is the San Fran defense, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Dallas won.
Yeah, that was Dak's best game. But no, you're right. Yeah. I thought he stepped out of bounds too, but they would have scored anyway, Trent.
I think so. But at the end of the day, how do you not pick that off?
That's true. Went right through his hands.
And not only needed that. Yeah. So, I mean,
He not that guy no more. That's all. He just not that guy no more.
I do think though the game changing play was the interception by Brady.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, most definitely.
Cause defensively, cause that drive I was moving the ball too. I'm gonna watch and I was like, man, the Buccaneers hasn't looked this good all year for real. Y'all was moving the ball.
At that point, defensively, we were on our heels.
Well, and we had Rashad White have 7 carries, averaging, I believe, 6 yards a carry. He had 7 carries for 49 yards or 42 yards, and then we were bringing in Leonard Fournette, who had 5 carries for 12 yards. So that goes back to the keeping everyone happy. You know, it just doesn't make it never made sense all year.
Yeah, it definitely didn't make sense last night. I mean, every time the commentator said, you know, the Bucs can't run the ball. I mean, Rashad White, he was doing pretty good last night.
Right, exactly.
I believe if you kept running the ball, the score wouldn't look the way it looked. The game might have been a little bit closer.
Well, if Mike Evans would have caught the ball at the end of the game, it would have been a little closer too. That would have went from like a 0% chance to win, like to 0.5% chance to win.
Yeah, because Rashad White 7 carries, 41 yards, averaging 5.9 per carry, while Leonard Fournette 5 yards, 11 carries, averaging 2.2. And
5 carries, 11 yards.
11 yards, 2.2 yards per carry. And they said that Eric Tabo's in the game. And he's my zone. They stopped the run, right? I'm like, dude, you gotta commit to like when you have to commit to the run, man. Like, my thing is this: you can't like Brady. Obviously, you don't want to get sacked, all right? But they become so predictable in the second half of the game. Brady threw the ball 66 times, and people might say because they were down. No, it wasn't that because they were down. It's because they weren't running the ball. Yeah, it's their offense, man. And then we all know Brady don't want to get hit. So whenever a pass rush is in his face, he's gonna just throw it. He's gonna throw it to the dirt. That's why he got so many attempts, because he just throw the ball away. He's not trying to take a sack. But run the ball, establish something. Even if you don't, it's not working. The fact that they think you're gonna run the ball will open up the play action. All right. So I don't know, man. And that's Bruce Arians. He's missing, like you said. He's missing. So, all right, Trent. Some last words for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. We definitely gonna get Trent on a lot more. He knows stuff outside of the Bucs, obviously. Hey, like the beam, I gotta get you on.
We back. Hey, that's the only thing I'm watching now. I got the Kings, Penn State, and Duke. That's all I got right now.
We here. All right, go ahead.
So yeah, man. I mean, thanks for having me on and talking Bucs in the NFL season. I enjoyed it a lot. Refuse to lose, just hit 400 subscribers, so congrats to that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's an interesting offseason as a Tampa Bay Bucs fan. Who's going to play quarterback next year? Who's going to call plays? Who's going to coach? Are all things people are wondering. Who's going to stay? Some notable free agents: Levante David, I believe Sean Murphy Bunting. So guys, you got to sign back. Like every team in the NFL, a lot of unknowns heading into next year. So hopeful for the Bucs. I've enjoyed this playoff run in the last 3 years. I don't want to go back to the Jameis Winston, Jeff Garcia, Josh Freeman days. I'm over those. I want to be a winner. So go Bucs, and good luck to your Cowboys.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Later, Joe.
All right, Donnell, go ahead.
Oh, am I staying?
Oh, yeah, no, we wrapping up the whole show.
Okay.
I mean, you already know what it is. Knock, knock day. We coming next week. Oh, yeah. We coming heavy. We coming hot. Look, man, Dallas showed y'all who we could be. I don't want to hear anything about Dallas is going to lay an egg because they're just Dallas. When we have a play caller calling the game the way he did yesterday, and we have Dak actually using his legs, extending the pocket, making the correct throws. You know, last night, Dak actually hung in the pocket just a tad bit more than he did against the Commanders. I mean, you could see it. He was going through his reads. He wasn't moving too fast. He wasn't moving too slow in the pocket. We're back. We're here to make a statement. And I'm going to go ahead and look past the 49ers next week. Kev, knock, knock.
All right, let's get it. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming on. And we'll definitely get y'all on definitely you down there next week. Well, this week, Thursday, if you're available, we'll get you on to make your pick. All right.
Yeah, I'll be here Thursday.
Let's get it. All right, Trent. We definitely get you back on also.
All right, thank you, Joe.
All right. All right, y'all. Let's wrap this up. So look, we won't have a show tomorrow. All right. So don't be looking for it. We're gonna come back Thursday and we're gonna get these games picked for the weekend. But before we leave, y'all, if you're on right now, like the video. Hit that like button if you're on right now. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like Trent, my man Trent said, we just hit 400 subscribers. We have 401 right now. We were 400 subscribers, right? 600 more to get monetized. We get monetized, y'all. We give y'all a lot more, lot better content. I'm telling y'all, content will be so good going forward. All right. Also, appreciate y'all for using that comment section. Y'all were wild. Y'all were good. Y'all were live in the comment section. Like always, we appreciate everybody that comes on. We really do. All right. So we got IG chats, y'all. So y'all in the comment section, people be going back and forth all the time. If you want it, we have an IG chat. And what we're going to start doing, we have a lot of debates in these IG chats. We have Jordan versus LeBron debate. We have who's the top 5 NBA players in the NBA right now. People got Steph Curry out there top 5. People got KD out there top 5, right? And now also in those chats, we had AJ Brown. Is he a number 1 receiver argument? Is Dak Prescott or Josh Allen argument? That debate went on for like 7 hours straight. All right. So we had Lamar Jackson debates. So we're actually going to some of the debates that we have in the chat. We're actually going to go live with those debates on this show because those some things that is good content, some things that people want to hear. So stay tuned for that. If you want to be in those chats, we have an NFL chat, NBA chat, MLB chat, boxing chat, NCAA football, NCAA basketball for the men. If you want to be a part of those chats, put your IG in the chat right now. Put your IG in the chat in the comment section. If you don't want to get spammed, like Tomo said, if you don't want people to hit you up on IG, my IG name is right here at Joe Never Lose. Or you can follow Refuse to Lose. Or I never put a banner up. You can follow the Refuse to Lose IG, which is Refuse to Lose Sports. All right. So if you want to be a part of that, just hit me up. Let me know which chat you want to be a part of, and we'll make that happen. We also have a Refuse to Lose chat for those who came on the show, like guys like Trent, Donnell. They're in that chat. All right. And I appreciate y'all. Hope y'all enjoy the show. And that's all we have for y'all today. And we'll see y'all at the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.